All right, you guys, I've had this thing for a little minute now, and I'm just now kind of opening this thing up a little bit. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm actually very happy that I picked this thing up.
Bolo!
All right, so before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe. Please subscribe, and please go ahead and hit that comment section at the end of the video and leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing and what you like or what you don't like. And please turn on those post notifications so you'll know the next time I have another video available. And at the end of this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up if you like this type of content. If you don't like it, go ahead and hit that thumbs down. As you guys already know, I really don't care. So yeah, I'm at my studio downtown, and I brought my MPC live down here, and I'm just gonna be making some beats today. And I really wanna tell you guys that I'm actually quite happy that I made this purchase. I was a little skeptical about getting an MPC Live 2 because I already have the X and I already have the MPC Studio, the little black edition or whatever, the USB thing works fine. Like I can hook it up to my computer and everything is cool. But the limitation I had with that was I can't do anything analog. I have to do everything inside the computer, which computer has a great sound, but it doesn't sound like how this sounds like analog. So yeah, I wanted to have a unit to where I can make my beats in analog, and I want to do everything inside of the box. So if I want to sample, use loops, or use the VSTs that are inside the box, that's all I pretty much want to use. And I'm very happy with what I have. And this is pretty much it. I usually just make the beats right here on my MPC Live 2. And I do have a MIDI keyboard, which I have my M32 keyboard. I have an extra large backpack, and I can fit everything inside of that backpack. So it's really no worries. Everything fits really good. I have a little case for it, and we're good. So I really like this thing. I think if you do have an X and you do travel, I think this will be a great backup. It's $1,200. You can get them like used for like $900, $800 if you have the cash to do it. If not, just stick to the software. It's just as good. If you're an analog type of a person and you do like using MPs, this thing right here is actually very, very, very dope because I can do so much stuff on it, and it comes with so many things to get some really dope production out of it. So yeah, let's go ahead and make a beat with it today. I'm actually going to be using some samples from Splice.com, and I'm going to build a beat on the MPC Live, you know, right here. And I'm not even gonna use a keyboard. I'm just gonna use what I got. And let's hope that it comes out dope. So I'll see you guys at the end of the video. All right, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and go to our Splice directory, find a nice dope loop to go ahead and chop up. And if it sounds good, I might just leave the loop how it is. And then we're gonna go ahead and add some drums behind it and really do this the old school way of just finding a sample and putting some drums behind it. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're just gonna double tap on the menu right here. We're gonna go right here to Splice right there. And then we're gonna go, as you can see, it has all that good stuff in there. And we're just gonna go right here to Buy Instrument. We're gonna go down here to Keys, and we're gonna play a few of these. I like that. Let's go ahead and use that. Let's go ahead and select that pad right there, and we're going to load that onto that pad and go back to the main screen. All right, that sounds pretty dope. Let's see if it works. Ooh, I kind of like how that sounds like that. All right, so we got it in here. The tempo is at 123, but I'm gonna chop this thing up real quick. So I'm gonna hit trim, and I'm gonna hit trim one more time. So we go in chop mode. I'm gonna go into regions, and as you can see, it automatically chopped that thing up real nice. Look at that. Chop that thing up because that is a 4-bar loop. Chopped it up real good, but I don't need that many regions in here. I probably only need about 8. Yeah, that's good right there. 8 regions will probably do me right. And what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna go hold shift and go to convert. And I like to do mine in pad parameters. Some about pad parameters I like better than doing non-destructive mode, because then I have a better way of handling everything when I'm in warp mode. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we have our own separate program. We go back, we can go ahead and click right here on program. And then there we go. We have everything ready. And now we should have this on 8 pads. All right, sounds good. So now let's go ahead and change this tempo to 123 for right now. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go right here to warp. We're gonna warp that sample right there. And as you can see, we got it set for the pads, but we wanna make sure that this right here is clicked, not just for one pad. We wanna do this for all the pads. And you can do multiple. Really, we just need to do the pads that we have already chopped up on here. But I'm gonna do it just for all of them, just for time's sake. So we're gonna close that out. And then we're gonna go ahead and warp all the pads. So now that when we change the tempos, everything is good. Now, the most important thing is we leave this on 123, the original tempo of the actual sample. That's the most important thing when you're doing warp. So now we're back in main. And now if we change this tempo right up here, and which I'm gonna change this to probably like 140 something, probably like 140, just keep it at 140. Watch what happens to the sample. Does that. Now, even if I take the sample down to like 100, just 100, watch this. Man, incredible. And I can change the actual transpose of the key while I have it in warp mode as well. So I can actually go into warp mode and change the keys, or I can do it in transpose or whatever like that too. But I'm actually gonna just keep this right here at, let's keep this at, I'm gonna do it right at 130. So let's see how that sounds. All right, so that's cool. So let's go ahead and come up with something real quick. And before I chop this sample up real quick, this is for all you crate diggers who actually get on me a lot about using Splice and saying it's not a real way of sampling. At the end of the day, sampling is sampling. You take a sample, you chop it up. I like this because I used to dig in crates and I used to have to find certain samples and do certain things, and I'd be sitting there for hours, which was a great thing to do, don't get me wrong. But now this is so streamlined, and then it's royalty free too. It's royalty free, so I don't have to deal with getting a sample cleared and all that other type of stuff. And I know the tempos, I know everything like that. So don't hate on your boy, man. Like, just go ahead and go with the flow. It's all good. But if you do like the sample, do your thing. This is just a more faster way to get some ideas done. And I think there's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's just still sampling, right? All right, so we went ahead and chopped up the pattern, and let me go ahead and put this in grid mode so you can see it and so you can see what I did to it. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right, that actually came out pretty dope. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add some drums to it. And the drums I'm going to use today is from my Bolo 2020 kit. Yes, I'm not gonna use the X Factor kit. I'm gonna use the Bolo 2020 kit on this beat right here, which I have it pre-loaded up in here, which you guys need to go ahead and get it. If you don't have my Bolo 2020 kit, or my No Limitations kit, or my new X Factor kit, you need to go ahead and get it. The link will be in the description. So let's go ahead and add some drums to this thing and see how everything turns out. right, so got everything sounding pretty good. I might actually add a VST in here just to add like an extra sound, like a counter melody for it. But you know, we got to add that bass in there, which I got it right here. So let's go ahead and add this bass line in here and see how this thing turns out. It dropped. My bad. Bass was too much. All right, so I had to bring out the M32 keyboard because I wanted to play this out, and I got it plugged in directly in the back, right here in the back of the MP. And as you can see, it works. And I'm actually using the plugin, the height plugin. I'm using just the Music Box drive right here, which is actually a dope sound. I'm just gonna make like a small little counter melody. It's not gonna be much, not like no real chords or nothing, but it might sound pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get that done. All right, so there it is. Made a beat on my MPC Live 2 and with my keyboard. If you don't have a Splice account, go ahead and get it. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for you to get that. And I'm gonna leave a link in the description to get my drum kits. And I think it's a pretty good idea for you to go ahead and pick one of these up if you have an X and if you're traveling or whatever. If not, if you don't have one, this will be a great option for you to go ahead and get. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. Go ahead and check out the beat at the end of this video. So, like I always say, peace out. Check out the beat right now.